Hi, boys and girls. Happy Easter. I hope that you had a nice Easter. Today we celebrate the second Sunday in Easter, and I would like to share with you the first part of the reading, and that was about the Acts of the Apostles. And in the Acts of the Apostles, they share with us that at that time, families were celebrating the Mass at home, just like we're doing today. We're able to celebrate the Mass at home by using the videos that are provided for us at Mass. And they began to break bread and they began to drink wine at that time, and that is when the Mass began. Many people would begin to join them, and they wanted to hear and listen about the stories. Then we get to the Gospel reading of today. The Gospel reading of today was about Thomas. Doubting Thomas is sometimes what he's known as. The apostles were gathered together in a room, and they were locked in. They were locked in, just like we're locked in right now. We're not really supposed to be going out. But they were locked in because they were fearful of the Jews. They were afraid that since Jesus was killed, that they too would be killed. So they were really scared, and they were staying together in a room. One day, Jesus showed up. He presented himself to them. They were overwhelmed. They were so excited to see him. And he was happy to be with them. And they then were witnessing the event of him rising from the dead. So another gathering took place. And at that time, Thomas had been missing the first time. So the apostles were speaking with Thomas, saying to him, "Oh my goodness, Jesus came to us. He was here. We saw him." And Thomas said, "No way. I don't believe it. I don't believe it's true. Unless I see him, unless I put my hands in his hand, or if I touch his side, that's the only way that I will believe in him." So, of course, Jesus shows up. So what do you think happened? When he showed up, he was looking at Jesus, and he was so happy to see him. So Jesus says to him, "Put your hand in my hand. Put your hand in my side." Because he had heard, he knew what Thomas was asking for. So now Jesus says to him, "You only believed in me because you saw me. Though there are so many that don't see me. So those that do not see me and believe in me are so blessed." When Jesus entered the room, he said to them, "Peace be with you." That's how he enters the room. Peace be with you. He says peace because they were fearing all the things that were outside. Just like this coronavirus of today. A lot of us might be feeling the fear of what's happening. When is it going to go away? What's going to happen? But Jesus says to us, "Peace be with you." The peace of Christ is present. He's here. He's always here. He asks us to pray. Now that you're all gathered together at home, you can say your morning prayers at breakfast. You can say your lunch prayers at lunch. You can say your dinner prayers. And you can say your evening prayers. Because you're all gathered together in prayer. Every time that you pray together and you gather together, Jesus is present. He is bringing the peace of Christ to your home. It's very important now at all times that we do these prayers. And we are even given prayers from our church. The coronavirus prayer is at the end of each Mass. And it's a beautiful prayer that can be said. I wish you safety and good health, and I look forward to when we can all get back together again. Goodbye, boys and girls.